You come into the town center of Columbia, what do you see? You see a bunch of buildings, you see the shopping mall, you see parking lot, wonderful vegetation, a lake which in a way, strangely enough, is tangential to downtown.
One of the things that urban designers have commented about over the years looking at Columbia is that the downtown was a kind of missed opportunity, that it didn't have enough intensity of uses, there weren't enough people living down there, it was difficult to get around.
There is not a place that you think of as the center, the place to meet for coffee that's, let's call it the civic center. The kind of place you find in some American cities and almost all European cities.
The plan in its current incarnation is ambitious. There's no question about that. Why shouldn't it be? This is Columbia, Maryland. Columbia, Maryland, just its pure existence is a function of the ambitions of a particular gentleman and people with whom he was, to the people to whom he was attached. And it makes sense that roughly 40 years later, 40 plus years later, the town would retain, that community would retain its ambitions.
And I think what's wonderful about Columbia, unlike some places, is it's not too late for a retrofit. One can impose or superimpose on the existing town center the kinds of infrastructure that would be necessary to create a true downtown.
The advantages of a dense development, there are so many. And the notion, of course, is one of smart growth. And I think smart growth is a concept that many people in Columbia and Howard County and throughout Maryland have embraced.
And this plan, that's the result of a lot of conversations and a lot of thoughtful design work, really has a chance to grasp that opportunity that really has not been taken up until now.
To be smart, we have to be efficient with our infrastructure investments. We have to focus on compact development as opposed to sprawling, spread out development. We have to make communities or build communities that all offer alternative modes of movement so that we're not automobile dependent.
It's very efficient to reuse the downtown area and redevelop it for more intensive kind of activities. And that's actually a strong smart growth principle that now Columbia can conform to.
Smart growth implies increased housing opportunities, more choices, particularly for affordable housing.
And that population then become part of Columbia, and they become a constituency for keeping the town center as a sort of terrific place to be. They can really contribute to the life of Columbia as advocates for the town center, and that's a good thing for Columbia as well.
The trends point to the need for compact development, for smart growth, and that's what I think this town center transformation represents. I think this will be a place young people will want to live.
The children of the baby boomers grew up in the suburbs, and they want a more urban environment in which to be. It's not literally a greener pasture for them, but figuratively it is. And so how does Columbia embrace these generational or demographic components? It has to become a 24-hour place. It has to become more vibrant, more active, more diverse along many, many dimensions. The plan does that.
And what's wonderful about this plan is this plan doesn't jeopardize the qualities that have made Columbia attractive to people for the last 45 years. It does not compromise those attributes. I think what it does is it really it will enhance the desirability of living in Columbia.